Hey guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, I did a video earlier about the assassination attempt, and it was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, at a rally in Pennsylvania. Now, a lot of people are saying that this was a hoax. It was not a hoax. You know what I'm saying? I thought for a second, like, I don't know. But I mean, you can't fake letting somebody shoot you in the ear from a long distance unless it was Annie Oakley, it was the gunman. But either way, it was real. And besides the theatrics of him jumping up and acting gangster, which I was kind of feeling that. They're confirming that a gunman is dead. The one that shot him is dead. They haven't named this person so far. They said a bystander is dead too as well. And another possible bystander may be killed, but is in critical condition or at a trauma center right now, which is unfortunate. Now, they also, in fact, you know what? Let me just show you this thing. Go ahead and take a look at this, and then I'm gonna show you this one video, and then the video, short video behind it from Twitter or X, where a guy was there where the bodies were at. And him rendering aid, he tells his story. Very interesting videos. Take a look.
I do want to bring in Aaron Katursky, our senior investigative correspondent, who's also been talking to law enforcement sources on this. And Aaron, a big part of the conversation in the last half hour or so, since we've been getting more information, is whether or not this was some kind of assassination attempt. What are you learning from your sources?
While it's certainly not being confirmed as such yet, I can tell you that officials who've been briefed on the situation in Pennsylvania are telling us here that they are investigating this now as a possible assassination attempt. The sources told ABC News live rounds were apparently fired from outside the security perimeter, which may help explain some of the dynamics at play here. And we know that magnetometers were in place for the event. But it's believed, and one of the angles of investigation now is that live rounds were possibly fired from outside the security perimeter, and that's where the investigation stands at the moment.
And Aaron, you have also been to a lot of these different events, not just various political events from former President Trump, but also his court hearings in New York and the security measures that have been in place at each and every one of them. Talk more about the typical response and how law enforcement would prepare for an event like this.
The planning for these events is always evolving, and it is sometimes months, if not years, in the making, especially for a planned event like a political convention or some kind of rally. And this is what the Secret Service does on a daily basis. And I know colleagues have talked to you about the heightened threat environment and how that environment is dynamic. It's been elevated ever since October 7th, and the political climate in the country has certainly made authorities concerned. We don't know anything about what may have factored into all of this, of course. So this is still very early, but this is now being investigated as a possible assassination attempt, and the suspicion now is that live rounds were fired, apparently from outside the security perimeter.
Aaron Katursky, thank you. And once again, to our viewers who may just be turning in, wondering what's going on here. This incident happening in Butler, Pennsylvania. This was supposed to be a major rally for former President Trump ahead of the Republican National Convention. There were hints that perhaps he might select a possible running mate in the next 48 hours or so. So a lot of attention was on this specific event. And then we heard from witnesses and from our Rachel Scott, who was inside the venue, who said that they described the repeated popping sounds that sounded like gunshots. Then you see in these images and the videos the Secret Service swarming around the former president, who reached for his right ear as he went down behind the podium. Those Secret Service agents then forming somewhat of a human shield over him before escorting him off the stage. And here you see in these images when Trump got up onto his feet, there were cheers from the crowd. He started pumping his fist as that blood started to trickle down from the top of his right ear. And again, from the district attorney in Butler County telling ABC News, and this is the only source so far that we've had about the shooter being killed, and a possible bystander, and maybe another who was also injured in this shooting. But the district attorney giving us that information, saying that they were looking into this right now and told that there was chaos out there as they were investigating the next steps in this case. So once again, if you're just joining us, the former president spokesperson tells us that he is fine. He is safe right now, but no information in terms of an apparent injury, although we did see that blood in some of the photographs that we've seen flash across the screen here.
What did you see, sir?
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, he's been shot, he's been shot. So I made my way over. I said, I'm an emergency department physician. Let me help you. The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. Oh, no. And so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. I got people there really helpful. I got
Was
him
there only
up
one
on the
person
bench.
shot that you saw?
Then I did CPR, did chest compressions as well as I breathed for him.
One person.
I was the only one
You
that
guys,
did it.
we need to evacuate everybody.
That's the news as it's coming out, and more stuff will come out, and I'll cover it later on. If they come out with who this gunman was and identified, then I'll get back on here and I'll talk about this. But for now, I'm gonna let it go. You know, sometimes I let stories run for a day till all the information come out, because like when it comes to something like this that's big news, the internet is going to get flooded. You're going to hear a bunch of different theories, and you're starting to hear them now. Somebody said it was a migrant that shot him. Other people are saying Biden put a hit out on him. It's a lot of stuff y'all going to hear. And like, you know, I'm going to give it a rest, and I might get back on here tonight and talk about it if something comes up. But I'm going to focus on the gunman and whatever they learn. But two bystanders were hit. One is confirmed dead, which is a damn shame. You know, people had these agendas where they have dissatisfaction with a person in politics, and they take it upon themselves to go and want to take that person out. Now, if you guys were paying attention to the first video I showed, it said that the shots appear to have came from outside the security perimeter. You know what I mean? So I guess they must have had some type of long rifle where they shot, because those that know gunfire know gunfire. I don't know why the media is still dancing around. You understand what I'm saying? And they don't want to say it was, I mean, they're saying it's an assassination attempt now, but they would, like, you hear the popping in the air. We all know what certain type of rounds sound like when they fired from a distance. You know what I'm saying? That was like a high caliber rifle being let off. Everybody knows that that's been around guns before. So I'm like, okay, I'll just let them run with that. But I'm gonna tell you this though. All jokes aside, I mean, I'm stupid. You know I'm stupid, I gotta say so. That was some gangster shit. I know y'all don't want me to cuss, but that was some gangster shit I seen. Yo, when he got shot, he started doing the stinky leg like, ooh, shit. They checked his ear and he went down. That's the hardest shit I've seen, bar none. He ain't screaming nothing. He was like he got stung by a bee. He was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? They took him down. He got up. What'd he say? Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes. You see the pictures up here? You know, everybody make fun of him with them pouty lips. Look at him now. He got the blood on his mouth. That right there then just personified his whole image. He done just won the presidency. Because I'm going to tell you something, and let's be honest. If that was Joe up there and he got shot, one of two things would have happened. If that was Joe Biden up there with his current physical condition, scenario A, when he got shot, he would have either turned to gaseous vapor or smoke and just dissipated into the atmosphere. Or number two, when he got shot, he would have just turned like he did at the G7 summit. When the guy came down on the parachute and he walked right past the guy and was pointing and looking up in the air like the guy was still up there. He would have pointed to the gunman like, oh, and started talking and pointing and moving. Either way, man, Joe ain't put no hit out on this man. He didn't. But I mean, I'm going to tell you something, man. Y'all got to admit, whether Trump win the presidency or not, he got hella street cred. What my boy Robert Chapman say, he been shot, went to jail, you know what I mean? Well, he's a felon, been shot, Come on. And what was the other one? He's a G. Gangster certified. For real. Thanks. Gangster certified. What can you say about that? That's real. That's real as they come. He got the street cred now. Somebody else said, oh, they're going to get Joe next. After this, guys, let me tell you something. You would never see a president outside. I very seriously doubt you would see a president outside without being around some type of protective thing. Because stuff like this in America on presidents, it don't happen too often. When it does, every time it does, they come with another fail-safe measurement that they put in place to make it harder to get to somebody that you claim you hate. Either way, man, you know, it's unfortunate this did happen, all jokes aside, but I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I seen live on TV when Ronald Reagan got shot, and it was unedited. You know what I'm saying? And this right here, this rival that, he got up, started talking trash. Then he backed up and went to get off the stage, threw the fist up on him. Damn! Teflon Don. Yeah, some gangster shit for real. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This came out of left field. Luckily, we caught this one. We caught this one early. See you in the next video. Take care.